Fortnite emotes you didn't know were getting rare, chapter 3 edition. I've done this type of video before, but there is a lot more emotes that are starting to get rare people don't even know about. Just like Shake It Up. This was last seen over 150 days ago now, and was only in the shop a total of 9 times. It used to be a very rare emote, and of course it did return, but since it returned it has been 150 days, which is why it's in this video, and 9 times in the item shop isn't a lot, so if Shake It Up doesn't return, we might not see many people using this emote. Also, if you enjoy, make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe if you're new. Another emote which is starting to get pretty rare goes to Rolly Rider. I have spoke about this emote before, but I'm going to mention it again because this was also last seen 150 days ago. However, this was only in the item shop twice. And there's normally a pattern. When emotes only come out twice, like Jitterbug, Lavish, they don't normally return for a long time because maybe not many people got them. I don't know about you, but I never see anybody doing this emote and no one really speaks about it. It was 500 V-Bucks and it doesn't have any music or nothing like that, so maybe that's why less people got it. Either way, I believe this emote is pretty rare already, and it might not come out for a while. But what hasn't been out in a while is Backstroke. Believe it or not, this was actually last seen over 200 days ago now. It doesn't feel like it was, but trust me, it's not been out for 200 days. However, it did come to the shop a total of 15 times. So if it doesn't come out for another year or two, then it might be kind of like Switch Step. It will still be rare, but just more people will have it. Either way though, this emote is really good. It has good music and it's definitely unique. I think it came out in chapter 2 a lot as there was a lot of water on the map, but chapter 3 isn't really based on that, so this emote might not come out for a while as well. I am also going to give a bonus mention to members only. This emote was rewarded to people who was part of the Fortnite crew, so it's hard to tell how rare it is because how many people have the Fortnite crew and how many people had it when this emote came out. I guess we don't really know the answer, but comment down below, do you have members only or do you have the Fortnite crew? Because this could actually be a rare emote, especially in the future. This should never return. So it is quite an interesting question because this is the only Fortnite crew emote. If you did miss this one, there might be more Fortnite crew emotes in the future. I guess we'll have to see, but it's not too bad. Picking also isn't too bad, an emote which was last seen 200 days ago as well. Not only that, this only came to the shop 8 times, so there really wasn't many chances to buy it. And honestly, I don't see many people using this one as well, not in Party Royale or Battle Royale. So you might want to check your locker if you have picking, as it is starting to get pretty rare. It's definitely not a bad emote, I don't mind it at all. It just doesn't feel like 200 days since it was last in the item shop. But Distracted was last seen 300 days ago and was only in the shop a total of 3 times. This was in the item shop February the 11th, 12th and 13th, so I believe it did release for the Chinese New Year, which means it most likely will return in 2022 for the Chinese New Year again. But it is honestly a really good emote. I mean, there's no music to it, however it's definitely vibey, it's really unique and there's nothing like it in the game. You might be surprised at this one, but Fancy Feet was last seen 230 days ago now. It definitely doesn't feel like it, but it has been 230 days. But just like Backstroke, this did come to the item shop 15 times, so quite a lot of people have it. But it is a really good emote, the dance is simple and the music is catchy. For 500 V-Bucks, you can't go wrong with it. I'm not really sure why it hasn't returned and I don't know when it will come back. But again, you might want to check your locker as it is possible you have this one. Another emote not many people are speaking about is Gloss. Now, this was last seen 90 days ago, which really isn't a lot. However, if you guys remember, this did come out with the Sway emote, and since then, Sway has returned many times, but the Gloss never did come back. In fact, this was only in the shop for 2 days and since then never returned. So I wouldn't say right now it's extremely rare. However, if it doesn't come back for another year or more, we could see this become a very rare emote. And it is really good as well. The longer it plays for, the more the music actually changes. I'm gonna let the emote play so you guys can hear it. Bobbin was last seen over 225 days ago, which is similar to Fancy Feet. However, this was only in the shop a total of 6 times, which is the same amount as Slap Happy, and that is a rare emote. So if Bobbin doesn't come back for a few more months or maybe a year, then again we are going to see this become a pretty rare item shop emote. I do see some people using this now and again, and the music is really good as well. It's kind of catchy, and who knows when it's going to return, and no one knows when Free Mix is going to return as well, as the last time this came out was in a locker bundle, and believe it or not, that locker bundle released over 230 days ago. So it's been quite a while since this emote has been in the shop. The locker bundle stayed in the shop for 4 days, but overall this emote has released 8 times. I mean, 8 times really isn't that much, but as it was a locker bundle, perhaps quite a lot of people got it. I do see this emote quite a lot, but if it doesn't return for a long time, it will start to get pretty rare. And this emote is just crazy. Like, what is even going on? I don't know if I like it or hate it. Let me know in the comments what you think. And also, what do you think about Headbanger? This emote was last seen around 200 days ago, and in total came to the item shop 9 times. This emote is pretty interesting. The music is kind of intense, but nevertheless it is starting to get rare now. And to be honest, when do you ever see anybody doing this emote? While we're on the topic of Headbanger, I may as well quickly cover the Travis Scott Headbanger. This emote was last seen almost 600 days ago now, and apparently it's never ever coming back to the game, so we can pretty much say yes, this is a rare emote. Egg Drop Scoop is another emote I had to include in this video. The main reason is because this was only in the item shop for 1 day, and it was last seen over 250 days ago, as it was from Easter. Now you're probably thinking, well, it's just going to return at Easter anyway. But as you guys know, we just had Halloween and Zombie Shambles did not return. So you never know, it's not guaranteed that this emote will return as well. It was only 200 V-Bucks and it's a pretty good emote, definitely Easter vibes. I mean, it's picking up eggs, so yeah, you can't go wrong with this. And if it doesn't return, it might be very rare. I'm also including Raining Doubloons in this video, as it was last seen over 270 days ago. As well as that, it was only in the item shop a total of 7 times, which really isn't too much. However, this did come back in March for St. Patrick's Day, and it's possible it will return in March 2022. However, we've seen emotes like Around the Clock and Zombie Shambles not return before, so you never know, it might not come back in March. If it doesn't, then it will start to get very rare. Overdrive is another emote that's starting to get rare, however, not many people know that. It was last seen over 165 days ago now, and was in the shop a total of 11 times. I mean, 11 is quite a lot, but it's the same as Tidy, and Tidy is still a rare emote. So you really never know what could happen, and you don't know how long it's going to be until this emote comes back. But what I do know is that if you want to check out every Christmas emote or the 10 best Christmas items, make sure you click on one of these videos on screen and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one.